Welcome back, everybody. We're taking a look at commonly found reptiles in cottage country and talking about conservation and those species at risk, as well as tips on what to do if our wildlife, if you encounter any of them, rather, like young Marlo just told me she did at the cottage. We've got Jeff Hathaway here from Scales Nature Park. Good morning, little Marlo and Jeff.
Hi.
Good morning.
Okay, so let's talk about, first of all, tomorrow is Earth Hour at 8:30 p.m.
Awesome.
And we're talking about conservation. So you're going to be part of the Spring Life Cottage Show in Mississauga today, tomorrow, Sunday.
That's right. We're there all weekend with lots of different reptiles and a few amphibians like these gray tree frogs.
They're adorable. Tell us about what they eat. We're trying to guess, right, Marlo?
Well, these eat lots of insects. Great to have around the cottage and, of course, around your house as well, depending on where you live.
Now, are they in danger?
No, these are actually very common species in Ontario, although you won't find them in Toronto anymore. They breed in vernal pools, these little puddles in the springtime. And in most cities, you don't have a lot of these vernal pools for them to breed in, unfortunately.
Do they make a lot of noise?
They can, and they sound like birds calling from the trees.
Like what?
It's kind of a trill. People often do mistake it for a bird.
Like,
That's actually pretty good.
okay, I'm just guessing.
That's better than me, and I've got 20 years of practice.
They just said it's Cardi B. Oh, where do we put these guys so that they don't... Oh,
We'll just put them back in
yeah,
here.
start they, Marlo. Now, let's talk about this turtle. This one's much smaller than the one you showcased earlier.
So this one is actually full grown. The snapping turtle has a lot of growing to do yet.
Okay.
But this guy has got not much growing to do. In fact, she's probably a pretty old turtle. We don't know her age, but she's been around for a very long time. It's a Blanding's turtle, and you can tell that because of the yellow chin.
Can we touch her?
Absolutely. Just wash your hands afterwards.
Okay. So she, like, can you hazard a guess? When
Well,
you say very old,
this,
like, are we
this
talking
turtle,
80?
supposedly, the backstory is this turtle was hit by a car more than 40 years ago, and then the person who found her just kept her. That's how she ended up eventually at our center.
Yeah.
So she's probably well upwards of 60, 70 years old.
And what I love, at Scales Nature Park, you are in Aurelia, so people can come by in the summer or on weekends, and what is there to see?
Well, we have more Canadian reptiles and amphibians in the center than any other facility in the country. So we have lots of different animals to come and learn about, and our focus is local species that you might actually see at the cottage or anywhere else around southern Ontario.
You ready for the snake?
Yeah.
Okay, we're bringing in the snakes. You said you saw one at the cottage once, right, Marlo?
It was a garden snake.
You're not
Garden
scared, though.
snake. Well, this is a water snake, and they're a common sight at cottages around southern Ontario as well.
May I?
Along the shore, absolutely.
He feels
And they can
weird.
get bigger than this one. In most parts of Ontario, this is the largest snake you can find.
Really?
But it's not a rare species. It's the only one of our large snakes that's not a species at risk.
Okay, so this is not any risk to humans either.
No risk to humans. They will bite if you grab them.
Oh, thanks for telling me that after you gave me that.
Well, this one was
Appreciate
born
it.
at our center and it's not scared.
Okay.
But wild ones, of course, would bite if you grab them. So don't grab the wildlife and you won't have problems with it.
You know what I'm saying? Now I'm a little bit more. Do they sense stress?
No.
Okay, just
No.
checking. Here
You're
comes
totally
another one.
fine.
Can the snakes play together?
Well, they can.
at this
Neither
one.
of these eat other snakes. But
It's like a
this
checkers
one,
board or
however, is
something.
a
Yeah, like at the
very
bottom,
rare
at the bottom.
species. It is an endangered species in Ontario, and most of where it lives on the planet is in Ontario. So it's
Okay.
not doing very well globally.
Oh,
It's called a
no.
fox snake, and it's the second longest snake in Ontario. So it could be about a meter and a half long.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how do we go through conserving?
While protecting their habitat, these are found along a narrow strip of the coastline of the Great Lakes, along Georgian Bay and the Lake Erie, Lake St. Clair area.
Okay.
So trying to protect some of that coastal forest and wetland habitat is critical to their survival. And of course, not killing them. And people do often mistake this one for a rattlesnake and
I can see
then
why.
kill it.
Yeah.
Of course, you shouldn't be killing rattlesnakes either. They're also very rare in Ontario.
Okay. Marlo is very brave. I could see she's chomping at the bit there. You're ready to hold this, aren't you?
Yeah.
Okay.
right, let's get
Your
your
mama's standing
hands
by.
up there.
She got the okay, friends.
Wait,
And this
does
is
it
what's so
bite?
important is getting kids connected.
That's right, and I find this really changes people's attitudes. Even though they know it won't bite them and it's not slimy, they come up, they touch it for the first time, and they say, "You're right, it's not slimy."
It won't bite you, Marlo. Is that what you just asked?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's afraid about the potential biting. No, right?
Yeah, but this one doesn't bite. Even wild fox snakes hardly ever bite. I find them to be a very docile species in the wild, and of course, this one is not wild.
Marlo, you're amazing. Look at you. So brave. I love that. And you even have little butterflies on your shirt. Love it all, everybody. Make sure you check it out. Scales Nature Park will be at the Cottage Wildlife Center at the Spring Cottage Life Show from today until Sunday. That's at International Center in Mississauga. For more information, head to Breakfast Television. BTTelevision.ca. Great job, Marlo. Thanks so much, guys. We'll be back with more BT right after this. Is it heavy?